No.
All right, we are recording and Cam is drinking his water and Zayaan. Now, gentlemen, if I say to you, draw a 4 by 3 rectangle, and I say to you, what is the area of the rectangle? You're going to say to me that the area is what? What times what?
4, 3.
4 what?
4 times 3.
Right. And Cam, what is 4 times 3?
4 times 3. Let's see now.
Can I answer it?
No.
Not yet, my
Wait.
friend.
12.
That is beautiful. And Zayaan gave me that earlier. And just remember, boys, the answer is not 12. It's 12 square units.
Oh yeah, I think I remember. I think I remember a similar word like that.
And we write it like this: 12, U for units, and we put the square as what's called a superscript. Can you guys say superscript?
Superscript.
So the
Superscript.
superscript reads square units, not units squared. So guys, say that out loud. 12 square units.
12 square units.
Beautiful. Now, Cam, you had a question?
I wasn't raising my hand.
Okay, what about you, Zayaan?
Just
Yeah.
stretching.
You remember you had the 2 on top, right? The 2 on top of the U for the square.
Yes, yes.
I know the equation by Albert Einstein. E equals MC square. And I know it's equation, but forget about that. I remember that I remember the 2 was meant for square.
And do you know what the C represented, the thing that Einstein squared?
Can you tell them can you pause
I don't
it for
remember
them?
that one.
Can you pause the movie? Because I don't
So,
want to miss anymore.
Cam, do you know what the C stands for in E equals
Yep.
MC squared?
You know what the E
No.
no for the E is for energy, the M is for mass.
Right. So E is for energy and M is for mass, which is very much like weight, but it's very dependent on,
How big it is.
well, it's dependent on what
little
planet
mass
you're on.
and how big.
It's dependent on the gravity on whatever you're standing on, and we'll talk about that at some point. And C, I could be wrong about this, but I believe it's the speed of light. So if you square the speed of light and you multiply it by the mass, that somehow gives you the energy. Now I could be wrong about the C value, but that superscript is called an exponent. And this one is a square. And this is very much like that. Now, boys, if I were to go like this, and I'm going to copy that rectangle now. You ready for this? I'm copying the rectangle, and I'm going to send it to a new page. And why don't we copy that guy as well? Now, I'm going to draw a line right from what's called vertex. I'm going to call this vertex A all the way vertex C, which is called the diagonal. And what I want from you guys.
I'm learning about this in math. I'm learning about this in math in school.
Well,
how do you learn about this in math in school?
Cam, what can you tell me about the area of triangle ADC? So when you read a triangle, you read it by its vertices, A to D, and then to C.
It's kind of like dot to dot.
It's exactly dot to dot.
I also learned that.
So Cam and Zayaan, I want you to be calculating right now. But Cam, I'm asking you, what is the area of this triangle?
1/2.
1/2 unit or 1/2 of something?
1/2 of something.
And what's the something?
A rectangle.
It's literally 1/2 of the 4 by 3. And Zayaan, can you give me the answer? How many square units?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No.
1, 2, 3.
Zayaan, you're not thinking about what Cam just said. This is like a debate on the House of Representatives. You got to be following on. Cam said this is half of 4 times 3. You know what 4 times 3 is. You told me before. It's what?
4 times 3 is equal to 12.
And you know what half of 12 is because you can do half of 10 plus half of 2, which will give you what?
12.
No, half of 12. Half of 10 plus half of 2. What's half of 10, guys?
5.
5. What's half of 2?
1.
Put them together. What's that spell?
6.
No,
6. Oh,
but you'd be wrong if you said 12 was the area of this rectangle. You'd be wrong. What do you have to say?
6 square units.
Right. On this one, it's 12 square units. And on this one, the answer is 6 square units. Now, Zayaan, I am really interested now in what you were doing because you started counting the actual squares. 1, 2, 3. Now, what are you going to do now? Cam, you can answer this too. We've only been able to have 3 full squares.
It's because it's a triangle, not a square.
Right, but how do we figure out that it's 6 of these units? We only could fit 3 of them in here. Zayaan, what do you think?
I think, do you see that, wait, when I like point something, so, do you see like these and this?
I don't see you annotating right now.
But I'm trying to show you something. Okay.
You know what? If you can't show it, why don't you tell me? Because the picture has vertices you can name. They've got squares, which I'm going to just name square 1, square 2, and square 3. Where do we get the other 3 square units? Cam, are you thinking about this?
I think, no, that's not big enough.
Nope.
So the answer, guys, is this. Cam, are you listening, buddy? Because all I see is your underarm. Okay? Yeah. Now, guys, you're not going to see complete square units like you will in a rectangle. Here you can literally count out 12 very beautiful, similar squares. But that's not going to happen in other figures. Sometimes it does. Most of the time it does not. So this other area, guys, if I said to you now, what is the square area of the pink area? Everything that I'm drawing in pink and green right now, forget about the only green, just the pink. What is the area of that? Come on, we already know that the green squares represent 3 square units. So what do you think the rest of it represents?
Three
Yeah.
square units.
Very good. That's absolutely correct. 3 square units is the area of this crazy figure. Really, really cool, guys. Now, I have something better. You ready? Now, what are you going to do with this one? Now, I'm going to label the vertices A, B, C. And I want you to tell me what is the area of the red triangle ABC.
Go on, Ken. That's easy.
Any
8.
ideas?
8.
8. Interesting. Now let's do this, Cam. Let's see what Zayaan has to say. And Zayaan, I don't want you to be anchored by the number 8. Make believe that Cam didn't even say 8. What do you think independently is the area of that rectangle? I mean, I'm sorry, triangle.
Each square in that rectangle, what is it? What's the area?
1 square.
Zayaan, do you have an idea?
1 square unit.
So how many squares are in that ABC triangle?
8.
Now, I really like what you said. You said 8. You're thinking of
Oh, you
yourself,
counted the
hey,
partial ones.
I got 8 here. But Cam, do you see 1, 2, 3 right here? Do you think that the remaining area makes up 5 units? Do you really think that remaining area makes up 5 units? Zayaan, what do you think? Zayaan, you're muted, buddy. You're muted.
I didn't mute myself, but no, I think it makes 6 because there's another one diagonal from the 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so guys, these 2 half squares make up the 4th square, and then that's another half. And then these guys here, believe it or not, make up 1.5 square units. So you're right, Zayaan, and you were really close, Cam. It is 6 square units because, again, we take the area of the triangle equals 4 times 3 divided by 2, which we know is 6. Now, boys, the thing I want to focus on right now is this very special line. Do you see what I just drew?
Yeah.
That
White
white line, do you guys know what that's called? Cam?
Line.
This is called the height of the triangle. It goes from the highest vertex to the opposite line or base. What's the measurement of the height? from B to D, boys?
6.
What's the length
B.
of BD?
B.
I couldn't hear you. I'm looking for the length of BD.
Like me.
Do you know how many units it is from B to D? Can you see that?
3.
Yes. So the height is 3. And what about the length, boys? What's the length of the triangle?
4.
And remember what Cam said earlier. If you take 4 times 3 and you cut it in half, you're going to get the area of that triangle. Now, you're not going to believe the next picture. Are you ready for the next picture? And you're going, Kramer, I've seen that 3 times already. Well, are you ready for this? I'm going to draw a new triangle for you. And you're not going to believe what happens. So this triangle right here has A, B, and C. Now, Cam and Zayaan, what do you think is the area of that very obtuse triangle? You see this angle C?
No idea.
Well, don't start with no idea. You can end with no idea after you've tried at least 5 or 6 things. And by the way, you guys came up with a great theorem that the area of a triangle equals the length of the base times the height divided by 2.
Mr. Kramer,
Yes,
is it
sir.
22?
Say again.
22.
22. Now, I just want to draw for you. Boys, watch this. This is 1 square unit. Zayaan, do you think that the green area is going to make up 22 of these?
No,
What do you think,
okay, I
Cam?
didn't.
Cam, what's your
I
idea?
didn't actually know how big the squares were.
I've got nothing.
I can't hear you, buddy.
I've got nothing.
You got nothing. So,
gonna
you
try again.
remember? Yes, Zayaan?
I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again.
Yeah, and let me ask the question while you're trying. Cam,
Hmm.
what's the length of the base of this
1,
triangle?
1,
Cam, what's
5.
the length of the base?
3.
Well, does
4?
that look like 3 to you? Not only is it 4, but it says 4, and you can count 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we can write the base, Cam, right here. And what is the height, gentlemen? What do you think the height is of this triangle? Zayaan, do you have an idea of the height?
No, I can tell you. I think my second guess.
Your
square.
pencil was in your mouth. If you take it out, I would love to hear what you have to say.
But when I counted the squares, in the triangle, I think I got 10.
Cool. Now, boys, what is this height right here? Look at the height from vertex to
1
opposite base.
square.
What's the height, boys?
1 square.
You really think this is 1 square unit?
Actually, no. 4 square units.
Do you really think it's 4 square units? Come on, Cam.
4 square.
You don't see 4, you see a 3. 1, 2, 3. Guys, I want you to see this. This line, 1, 2, 3 units. That, my friend, is the height. And when you multiply, you're not going to believe this, Cam. Pay attention, buddy. If you multiply 4 times 3 and then take half of it, what do you get?
6.
Of course, but we don't answer 6 for area. We would say what?
6 square units.
And guess what, guys?
6 new 2.
I mean, Zayaan, you started out with 22. You went down to 10. This only represents 6 of these squares. 6 of them. In fact, what's kind of fun to do is to have those squares. Watch this, guys. I'm just going to replicate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look what I'm going to do, boys. I'm going to put 6 of them up against the triangle. And for you to understand that clearly not one of them fits inside, but they all together will make up the 6 square units. You guys like that? Pretty cool. So this week, here's what I want you to do. Are you ready for practice? This is your homework.
Yeah.
Your parents are going to draw you a triangle like this. And they're going to say the area of a triangle equals base times height divided by 2. Then they're going to give you the base and maybe the height. And they're going to say, hey, what's the area? And you're going to say A equals 10 times 4 over 2. And half of 40 is what, boys?
Half of 40 is 20.
20 what? 20 licorice bars?
20 square units.
20 square units. Now that's what we're going to do. You're going to do this week. And next week, you're going to show me what you do. Now remember, this guy right here, if this guy is 10 and the height is 4, this is also going to be 20 square units. So I want you guys to have a lot of fun with this. Area of rectangles and triangles, some of my favorite parts of mathematics. And I hope you enjoy it too. So boys, are you weathering the storms up there?
It's snowing right now.
It's
We got
snowing?
a leak. We got a
Yeah.
leak.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say there, Cam?
We got a leak in our house because it rained here in Nantucket.
Oh boy.
I'm just in a different room. I'm in my dad's office.
Yeah, Nantucket's called the Gray Lady because it's always foggy there. Isn't it?
In our place, it's
Where are you, Zayaan?
I'm in Wilmington.
Wait, where are you?
There is a boat that we.
Wait, Cam, hold on a second.
We're in Wilmington.
In Wilmington. And then Cam, what were you going to say, bud?
There's a boat that we have we take to get here, and it's called the Gray Lady.
Oh, that's the ferry. I love that Gray Lady. I love that Gray Lady. So boys, I want you to have fun with triangles. If you do any cool triangles and want to send me pictures of your triangles with area, I would love love to see it.
Sure.
So I'm going to give this to Janine Randolph, Zayaan Smarty, and Dad, and subject, my favorite subject, which is you guys. And I will see you in a week's time. Thank you for your flexibility on time. It gave me a very nice opportunity today. So thank you very much. And I love to see what you
Thank
did
you.
with triangles. Bye, guys.
Thank you very much.
I'll send this over and then the video will follow.
Sure. Candace left.
Bye, buddy.